What is going on, everybody? Lieutenant Gold here. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Well, we are going to be battling CBAD here for the week 8 of the BBR. I hope you guys are super duper excited. Make sure to like, sub down below. And if you guys are coming from CBAD's channel, hello. My name is Lieutenant Gold, like I said previously. I am a bit newer to the whole YouTube slash draft league uploads scenario. This is actually technically my second league I ever participated on YouTube, so please go easy on me. But I hope that you guys do enjoy your stay and do consider that subscribe button. I do have a couple projects coming in pretty soon that I am excited about, and if you haven't already checked out my whole season, I definitely recommend so. I made a playlist for you guys, so it's super easy for you guys to access and everything. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and put CBAD's team on the screen here. I think I have both of them here. There we go. So CBAD has a pretty scary team of Diggersby, Haxorus, Mandibuzz, Ninetales, Alola, Tangrowth, Salazzle, Colossal, Jolteon, Sandslash, Alola, and the Dusclops. So he has a pretty strong Hail team, which is not the best for my team. I'm also going to break down my team real quick, which is going to be the Slash, the Como without Kilgore, so unfortunately, Rotom Heat, Galvantula, Serena, Drapion, Mudsdale, Basculin, Mime, Mr. Mime Galar, and the Wigglytuff, of course. So yeah, his Sandcore is pretty threatening against my team. It's really hard for me to switch, especially with things like Como, for example, Serena, Mudsdale. If you want certain freeze on Ninetales, Basculin's not going to be doing too much, and Haxorus is such an issue if he wants to be like a Scarf or a Dragon Dance set. And then lastly, the Salazzle is something that I could definitely see him potentially be bringing. Tangrowth is just very fat, same with the Dusclops, they don't die. Jolteon doesn't have the best matchup here. I don't think he'll be bringing Jolteon. Diggersby just hits like a truck. Mandibuzz is also very fat. And then lastly, you have the Colossal, which I believe he just picked up last week or the week prior to that. And is a pretty interesting pick. It's not something I do see him bring because I have things like Basculin, Mudsdale, things like the Como, stuff like that. But you never know. I know I read these out completely out of order. Now let's go over the team I am going to be bringing, so that way you guys will know tomorrow what I'll have for CBAD here. So we're going to be starting with Slash, the the Excalibur, running a weakness policy this week with King Shields, Close Combat, Autonomize, and Shadow Sneak. I feel like this set could be doing a lot of damage. It's bulky enough to live hits such as a Adamant Life Orb, Earthquake from Sandslash. It also can live a Earthquake from Haxorus, I do believe, as long as he's not banded. This set, once it's +2, thanks to the weakness policy, can 2-hit KO Fizz Def Dusclops. It can also Close Combat into Shadow Sneak does kill the Ninetales, which can't really do hit me. The +2 speed is so that if he is Adamant Sandslash, I can outspeed it and do kill it with a Sword Stance. What the heck? With the Close Combat. Yeah, I think this set can either be a very good late game sweeper or just a early on breaker. Just kind of break down some of his walls, things like Mandibuzz, Tangrowth, and Dusclop. Hopefully, just kind of come in, do a lot of damage, go out. I know I wanted to bring Slash. I don't know if this is the most optimal set, but I did want to bring it, and I just decided to throw weakness policy on it and kind of call it a day. Next up, we have the Wigglytuff with the BBR, Wish, Flamethrower, Knockoff, Dazzling Gleam. We're gonna have max defense, 108 HP, 100 special attack, 4 in the SPDF, and then 44 speed. The speed is going to be for outspeeding no speed Tangrowth because it does hit 50 base speed. It 2-hit KOs with the Flamethrower and then O-Coast the Sandslash if need be. The BBR is to bait the Sandslash, so even though he's Adamant Life Orb, which is what he seems to be preferring throughout all the weeks that he's been bringing it, I can ticket that hit and I can kill it then with a Flamethrower. And then Dazzling Gleam 2-hit KOs the Haxorus. I just need a bit chipped. It does about 80%. So if the Haxorus is a little bit chipped, if he wants to set up on something and take some damage, and then I can go into the Wigglytuff, go for the Dazzling Gleam, and knock him out. I do believe we live a, I don't know if it's banded Poison Jab, but I know we definitely live a Poison Jab for sure. Next up, we do have Mayhem, the Drapion with the Sugar Berry. We're harvesting all these berries this week with the Poison Jab, Whirlwind, Fire Fang, and Knockoff. 100 HP, 180 attack, 228 speed. The speed is going to be, so this originally was going to be Scarfed, and then I decided to go with a different Scarfer for the week. So I think this speed is going to be for max speed Diggersby, if that looks correct to me. So that's going to be, that's what I'm going to, yeah, max speed Diggersby for sure. It can also outspeed the max speed Jolly Sandslash if need be. This is a great switch into things like Tangrowth, for example, Salazzle to some extent. It's also good for the Ninetales as well, because Poison Jab's always going to be 2-hit KOing for that purpose. Sugar is going to be things for like the Diggersby, for example, things like the Tangrowth if he wants to go for Earthquake, Haxorus if he wants to go for Earthquake, Colossal if he wants to go for Scorching Sands. Whirlwind, because he has a lot of setup, things like Sandslash, things like Diggersby, Salazzle, Haxorus, even Colossal to a certain extent. Want to make sure that we phase those out. It's also great for selling out turns of Hail too. It can live a hit from the Sandslash. If he wants to go for Earthquake and either Fire Fang or Whirlwind out, make sure that we kind of fuzz out that Hail, because it can be really problematic, unfortunately. Next up, we do have the Rotom Heat, the Rotom Heat with leftovers, Defog, Volt Switch, Overheat, and Paint Split. Is going to be max HP, 164 defense, and 92 speed. This is basically my Alolan Sandslash switch in. Resists both stabs, can take hits almost all day. The speed is going to be there for Adamant Sandslash, not in Hail. Didn't really know what else I can outspeed, really. And I really wanted to optimize the bulk. Overheat does so much damage to things like Tangrowth, things like Ninetales, Sandslash, things like potentially Diggersby too, and then Volt Switch is going to be for Pivot. Also Defog, just make sure that we don't have any hazards on our side of the field. He could also get spikes too, which could be problematic for my team, so I want to make sure I do get rid of those. But yeah, that's going to be Rotom Heat. It's going to be great to kind of make sure that we put a cap on the Hail aspect of his team, because it's going to be problematic, I can already tell. Next up, we have Buddy the Mr. Mime Galar running a Choice Scarf this week. That's the Choice Scarf I was talking about. It really has a good matchup. I mean, Ice Psychic, if you look at his team, has no switch-ins. Super effective on Diggersby, Haxorus, Mandibuzz. Psychic is good for things like Salazzle, which would be normally taking ice types. I'll just have to make sure that the Colossal doesn't get out of the way, but even then I do have Focus Blast. We're both running Ice Beam and Blizzard due to the Hail that he's going to be setting up. That way I can take benefit out of that. The speed is going to be there for a max speed Haxorus, so even if he is even if he's Scarf, even if he has a DD set up, I can come back and revenge it. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I'm bringing Short Scarf Mr. Mime. Shout out to Shay though, that he's the one that pointed out to me that it had a really good matchup, and that's why it's on the team now. And then lastly, we have the Galvantula here running an Expert Belt with Sticky Webs, Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, and Bug Buzz with 76 HP, 252 special attack, and 172 speed. Speed is going to be for Haxorus. Again, I didn't really outspeed anything else, so that way it allowed me to have a little bit more bulk. Webs is really good. His team is so much faster than mine. My speed tiers are not the greatest, unfortunately. Other than the 3 Pokemon that I'm actually bringing, everything else is going to be in the lower 60s to 70s, so slowing his team down would be phenomenal. It also makes sure that things like Hail does not get out of hand, and I could try to outspeed it with things like the Rotom potentially, or things like the Drapion. And then T-Wave 2 is going to be another type of speed control. This Galvantula is going to be there for speed control purposes. Slowing down his team with T-Wave / Sticky Webs, making sure his team you know, go for just Dragon Speed Boost, outspeed my team, and just topple me down. Basically, it's gonna be great for things like Haxorus too, to make sure that you know, it gets those paralysis turns. Things like Salazzle doesn't get out of hand because it has a really good matchup. But yeah, that's gonna be the team. I will see you guys tomorrow for the battle. I hope you guys are super excited, as I am. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.